7 o'clock, you know what time it is? It's time for Hot Flash Happy Hour. What? With your host, Tasha Owens, and my beautiful, adorable, long haired, beautiful queen, Jimmy Halter, my co host.
She's so nice to me.
I know,
right?
ain't that nice to him? And we are welcoming you again from Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, which you can watch us live every week on Twitter Live, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. So definitely tune in, subscribe, like it, share, tell people about it, gossip about us. We don't give a fuck. As long as you're watching.
Just do your thing.
Yeah, do your thing, child. So we want to welcome today, too. But first, we got some catching up to do. So before we introduce our wonderful guest, Mr. Dennis Sykes, that's his name, haha. He is the backbeat behind the backyard boogie. So we're going to talk about that and other things that Mr. Dennis does. He is a man of very many, many talents.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Especially giving out really cool lighters like to me. So,
Lighters?
yeah, I got an electric lighter he
What
gave me.
kind of-
Just plug the lighter in.
Really?
Yes, it's way cool.
Very nice.
So thank you, Dennis.
You're welcome.
It was a little too girly for me.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So like I've been away for a minute, eh? No,
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't
You
here
weren't
last
here
week.
last week.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll give you guys an update of what's been going on. It's been a little bit busy for me, and I'm happy to say that, even though my brain is twisted, but it's okay. So I got to see the inside of the Detroit Golf Club for the first time after living 3 blocks away for 40 years. I got to perform there Thursday to do some of the kickoff stuff that they're doing for the Golf Classic. So it was nice doing this to two-piece. Mr. Mike Scory from Lansing invited me to be a part of that, and we had a really great time. And it was great. I got some new fans from there. So thank you for that. I also just got back from Traverse City.
Yeah, you did the Kenny Olson thing.
Yes,
right?
yeah. All you guys know, Kenny was on the show, a month or so ago, and Kenny Olson was, Kid Rock's first guitar player and co-writer on his music. And every year he does a celebrity golf outing and concert series. So we usually kick it off. And I did that it's usually in September and August, but he decided to do a couple more times this season, so he started early. So we kicked it off. I got up there, drove all night after my gig at the Goose on Saturday.
wow.
So I finally get to Traverse City at like 3 a.m.
Oh,
and
my
I'm
God.
making sure he's up. Like, you better get your ass up.
Right, right,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be knocking on the door, and if your mom comes down, she gonna kill me. So, although she gonna say welcome.
Right. Can I make you a sandwich?
Can I make you? That's exactly what she would say. Can I make you something to eat? So ended up going there, and then we getting up in the morning. We did get to sleep in. We started a little bit later this year than we do all the time, so we did get to get
nice.
some rest and have to get till noon. We had to be there by 2:30 to set up, and then the golf classic started at 4, which we attended. I can't say it was actually playing golf.
Golfing, yeah.
I was gonna ask, did you play?
I always tell everybody that I'm the official golf tournament golf cart hood ornament.
I bet you
So,
she had. Hey,
I was Kenny's hood ornament.
I'm
for the
just
golf
willing to
tournament.
bet she had more shots of whiskey than time she swung the club. Yes,
Right.
that's-
It was
if I had
that
to
one
bet.
drunk guy that kept
Yeah.
buying doubles. It was
Uh-huh.
not me.
Yeah, if I had to bet. Yeah.
That one guy
You're
was
the bottle holder.
had to be in our group.
Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah.
But we had a fantastic time on the course, just driving around. And I swear to God, I do not need to go to Cedar Point because driving a golf court with Kenny Olson
Oh, right, yeah.
is
Like
the
a roller
equivalent
coaster?
to the
Yeah.
corkscrew.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm like, you trying to kill me, and I
That's
gotta
awesome.
make sure my insurance is up so
And you
my
have
baby can bury
and you
me.
have Alpina this weekend, right?
Yes, I'm gonna be going up north again
With Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow
Yeah.
Blues Band, the Alpina Blues Festival, you guys, this Saturday on the 19th. I go on at 6 o'clock. I think CC Collins was on at 4, and then Thornetta's headlining that night. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
it's gonna be
That's gonna be a
it's
good
gonna be a
show.
big ass party in Alpina. I know so many people
Right, yeah.
that are going. They have their rooms, their campsites, and man, it's gonna be fun. Like half of Detroit's gonna be in Alpina Saturday.
When is
That's excellent.
This Saturday.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to somebody about the festival we're playing in Gaylord, and they knew of the festival, and they were like, "Oh, it's super cool." I was like, "Oh, cool. We're headlining it in sometime in August. I forget what the date is
Yeah,
on that,
yeah,
but like,
sometime in August.
yeah, but that's good. That
I
one's
think it's
gonna
August
be,
7th. Yeah.
Yeah,
Too
that
far
one's gonna
away.
be fun too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
too far to think of.
And
you know.
even before that, we have the special show.
Oh, right here,
Well, I'm gonna tell them about this in a minute. But
Oh, okay.
I got to get to my special show on July 18th. This is a show
Yeah.
that I'm behind the scenes of,
Yeah.
and my first time doing that as well. But it's to raise money for our new organization called Mama, which is the Michigan Association of Music Artists. This is our first fundraiser concert that we're going to do, and it's called Party with the Legends.
Oh.
So the legends, I mean, that's going to be myself, Mr. Jim McCarty, and the Mystery Train's going to be there, the Motor City Josh and the Big Three. Oh, wow. So we're all going to be the bands highlighted for that evening, and to raise the money for the Mama organization, which we're all a part of. All these acts and entertainers are a part of, and we want to extend that to any other musicians, all musicians, any artists, any genre. I have to say that right there. I shouldn't chew gum and come on the air. Are definitely welcome to join this organization. This organization is getting started off. It's getting a lot of feedback. We've gotten a nice write-up in the Big City Blues magazine mentioning our organization in that. So it's getting some airplay, it's getting some earplay, and people are finding out about it. So we want to let everybody know about it. Please, I need you to go to eventbrite.com and look at Party with the Legends and get your tickets. We have 3 levels of tickets. We have our first right by the stage seats for $35 tickets. Those are VIP tickets. You're also let in early to meet and greet with everybody. And then we have our VIP tables, which are $100 a table, 4 seats. So it comes out to be $25 a ticket. And then we have our standing room only tickets for $15. So we want to try and fill the token on July 18th. So that's where it's happening at the Token Lounge. Yeah. And it's Party with the Legends. It's our big blues kickoff for the Mama organization, and the Michigan Hall of Fame, Music Hall of Fame, is helping to sponsor that as well. So we welcome all musicians, all legends. You know, if you're in the room, man, we'd like to get this really cool last song done with a whole bunch of people on stage. I'm inviting all y'all down. So this is going to be a show you don't want to miss. So go to eventbrite.com and look for Party with the Legends and get your tickets.
Christy, get online now.
All right.
VIP.
Get online, share it on Facebook, all that good stuff.
We'll be doing your new show too.
And, yeah,
you know, we're
we'll
working.
be doing new music for me. Yeah, we have different songs you haven't heard.
Yeah. New show with Tasha.
New show with me that
working
night.
tirelessly for the next month on this show, you know. So
I've got 17 rehearsals and probably 4 shows. This is what's going on.
right, exactly, yeah.
So Mama Tasha is back in the game.
Will you be dancing?
Jimmy
Sure.
will be dancing.
I definitely think there's going to be
in a tutu.
Yeah, no.
And we're bringing back the trash brats. I need you in a tutu and a tube top.
I definitely think after 7 years with Tasha, I definitely think and her bitching about the band being underdressed all the time, right?
Right.
I definitely think the new show is going to have a dress code. Like I'm sure for the gigs, like there's going to be probably a dress code for it.
Should be maroon suits.
Someone needs you to bling out some chucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some sparkles. Sparkles on the chucks.
Even if we're wearing suits, I mean, shoe wear is not going to be part of the dress code. I'll wear chucks with my suit.
Though.
Yeah.
You can't have plain
Crocs.
Plain chucks,
No, not Crocs.
No,
Chucks. No.
Yeah, you got to get the wild colors,
yeah,
man. You can't get some shit painted on there.
I'll get pink ones.
Oh
yeah. Come
oh
on.
my God, that would be so.
A black suit and pink chucks. Mm-hmm.
It was like, Jimmy Olsen, Kenny Olsen's cousin, plays keyboards with us up north, and he's always wearing something weird. So he had on like SpongeBob socks and
nice,
with pink
Excellent.
He's my favorite hippie. My favorite hippie.
Right. That's beautiful.
And don't forget too, all this stuff in my head popping in. Sorry guys, I keep butting in. I'm just excited.
It's
like
we're full
we're
full
back
of
to work, and I'm
commercials.
really excited for you. June 28th. If you're watching at home for the Detroit fireworks, you'll see me June 28th, somewhere around 8 o'clock or so on Channel 4 WDIV.
During the fireworks.
During the fireworks, yes. So that's a lot of stuff, and that's only June and a couple other dates, and so we got a lot coming up for you next shows to tell you about too.
Yeah.
And then
this Saturday?
This Saturday too, if you're in town. If you're not in Alpena,
we're on this camera, right?
If you're not in Alpena, this is something you can do.
John
this
Sinclair,
Saturday.
Jeff Grant, Harmonic Shaw, Howard Glazer. It's gonna be a full day of music. Starts at what time? Noon till 10 p.m. Noon till 10 p.m. here at Ralston. That night, too, you could pop over to the Blue Goose after this and see I'll be with John Watkins at the Blue Goose on Saturday night,
Look at that.
Yeah, Chicago Blues Hall of Famer. I mean, music is back. Music is back.
We did the thinking for you, ain't that nice?
What a great music bouncing.
What a great segue, too.
Yeah.
Dennis Sykes.
What
do you have
music.
coming up?
How you doing?
But first of all, I want to tell Dennis Sykes, tell everybody, too, because I mentioned when I posted that he is the backbeat of the Backyard Boogie. This is our sound guy.
Been doing sound,
He's
yeah.
been doing sound for us and making us sound amazing all over the place. But because this is where the Backyard Boogie is, I want to make sure I highlight that.
You make
for
it
my
easy
brother.
though.
Yeah.
And for Crosstown Mojo.
I do want to get into some of that too. If you're transitioning towards if you want to be doing more of that too.
No,
No?
I just kind of
No.
no, not really.
Oh.
I just kind of fell into it. Yeah.
But do you enjoy it?
I
or-
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You
Well,
do,
then,
you
yeah.
have such a good time.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. You see me running around and
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I do enjoy doing it.
We appreciate
Except for
it,
when I have
sure.
feedback.
Right.
Because everybody looks like you just killed their mother.
If there's
What's
if
the
when
you're
sound
feedback,
guy?
yeah.
Shoot the sound guy.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like the umpire in the game.
Yeah.
Just kill that motherfucker.
Right. As soon as you get a little tweet.
Well, there's we never help though either, right? Because if there was a proper sound check and everything, there's certain frequencies you can even take out to
Right.
cut things better and all that.
Right.
So we
So
could
we
all
should
hear
be
ourselves.
good.
I know.
We
I know.
should be
yeah,
nicer
yeah.
and help you
Yeah.
out too, because you help us
Yeah.
out so much.
We
Well,
actually
you would have to get there like 2 hours before
early.
everybody
That's
else gets
early.
there.
I
so
know.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
some
it's
bullshit,
actually-
but
yeah, I know.
But it makes it more fun and challenging for me.
Yeah,
I get
Have
to-
we met? I
right,
get
yeah.
there
Do
right
it on the
before I hit the
fly.
Yeah,
stage.
I
Everybody
know.
knows
I
Tasha
know.
will get there 5
Yeah.
minutes before the game.
Yeah. It's wild though. It's funny. I was talking about that with I don't want to call him out, but we were talking about that with a fellow musician that's a big musician, done a lot of touring all over the place and everything. And he was talking about the importance of that once we are starting these kind of bigger shows,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we're gonna
And-
have to.
And we will have to because it's not even just for Tasha. Oh, can you hear yourself well enough? It's okay, well, can I hear the bass player? Because on
Right.
bigger stages,
Right.
you have a really hard
yeah,
time,
You're so
you
far
know,
away and you're not near everybody's amp, so you gotta have
and,
that.
And for the set to actually go off well, you have to be able to hear everybody. You just do, So
Yeah.
it's definitely unfortunately a necessity to have a good sound check.
Yeah.
It really is,
Yeah.
and I urge all the bands out there as you're working towards what you're doing. I've been from the corner bar to that to person in the band running sound, which is the first no for professional.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
And I mean, for
Yeah.
love of everybody in the
Yeah.
band, they all give their all in everything they do, but you do not let a person in the band run the sound.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's your trade, it's
Right.
different. But
Yeah.
I got a PA, so I can just hook you up with that.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the sound that you need, and
It
that's
is-
for
it
years
is
and years
difficult
of,
to get it, yeah, for
of
sure.
experience.
Well, especially if you're up there with somebody that's like playing while it's going on,
Right.
they can't adjust it.
They
You can't
can't.
adjust, right?
Right,
I mean,
right.
you're busy playing, right?
Right.
It's a different world,
And those are
and
little
that's
things.
the sober side of it. Once they start
Right.
drinking, damn,
Right.
just go up.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's true too.
And then you end up
Yeah.
night screaming every song. That's
Well, a good sound guy would run up and just turn it back down.
Yes,
Right,
yes,
yeah.
and you do. You do that. I see when people do that. You run it over. How can I fix? Oh shit, he's doing it through there. You
Yeah.
know?
I had one time with Tasha at the Magic Bag actually. Brett had left me. Brett Lucas, our buddy Brett Lucas, he had played the night before with Thornetta, and I saw him at the end of the night. I went and just spectated, and we were going to be there the next night. So he said, "Do you want me just to leave this here and you play my old '60s Fender Super Reverb tomorrow night?"
yes.
Yeah, of course I
Yes.
do. Thank
Yes.
you, Brett. You're amazing, right?
Absolutely.
Well, a couple songs in the set, she could hear herself fine. I wasn't being crazy, but I had it kind of loud. And probably 2 songs in, the sound guy comes up at the back curtain there or whatever, and he's like, "Man, you gotta cut that down a little bit." So I went and did the fake oh sure,
Adjusting the
yeah,
knobs.
yeah, sure, yeah, I'll
Need
cut
a
it
little
down
more bass,
because
a
I knew
little
she could
treble.
hear herself fine. I knew she wasn't screaming over it or whatever,
Yeah.
Like-
Guitar players hold the light bulb, and the world revolves around.
right,
You get it?
right.
And you blame everything on the drummer.
How many times am I
Drummers
gonna?
are the homeless
Yeah.
guys if they don't have
Yeah.
girlfriends.
Yeah. How many times am I gonna play a super reverb at the Magic Bag? You know what I mean? I just had to hear what it sounded
You were
like.
geeking
That's
out
all.
a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
don't know.
Yeah.
And in the sports car, I'm not gonna go up to 95.
Yeah,
or
right,
100
yeah.
For the first.
Yeah, I might hit 100.
Seriously, I'm getting there.
Yeah, I might hit 100. Yeah. So what do you got coming up?
Oh, before we do that,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I think it's
shit.
around that.
Oh,
I'm
it is that
looking at
time, yeah.
Yeah, so we want to say, I hope
I
you guys
love
are
it.
enjoying the conversation so far. Want to let you know that you are watching Hot Flash Happy Hour on Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And you can watch us streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter Live, and any social platform. We're adding more and more each day. So we want you to like, follow, share, comment, tell somebody about it, and thank you for watching us. So Dennis Sykes, our wonderful sound guy and drummer, musician extraordinaire, with the musical family, talented family.
Well, I'm glad you think I'm talented.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's an honor to be here with
When
you
you
guys.
got friends on the show, this is what happens.
What do you got coming up? What's new in your world?
I'm not playing very much anymore, day job.
Right, yeah.
But I am running sound for the Madison Heights Juneteenth event featuring Smoke Jones.
Right. That's
Detroit
this
band.
Saturday.
This
Awesome,
Saturday,
yeah.
Madison Heights.
Another
What time
thing.
does Smoke go on? What time are you going to be there?
Smoke is on at 2. I should know this,
But you're running it all day though. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's a
starts at
bunch of
noon.
artists, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
yeah.
So it's a combination. Like we have some performers that are doing an acoustic, or not acoustic, but they're singing a cappella.
Okay.
And then we have a
That's the
group
chorus,
called-
the choral that's on the
Yeah,
flyer.
yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. I should have brought notes. Yeah, but go check it out. You can find it on Madison Heights website.
Dennis, I remember my first live stream. It's okay.
Yeah. It was a little
You
terrifying.
don't
I'm not
remember
gonna
you
lie.
were drunk.
I know.
Were
No
you?
joke. Oh yeah.
We were drunk together.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it,
we-
but I was like, no.
She,
I'm not gonna do it.
I went and picked her up after I got out of work, and it was at the Russell, and we went to Northern Lights for hours before the live stream started, and then we go to the Russell, and
Wasted.
I'd never been there, and then they're like, well, no, you can drink here too, and thank God, Laura Mendoza,
Yeah.
White Shag was there, because we
That's my girl.
didn't come prepared, we didn't know what it would be like,
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they gave us a bunch of PBRs all night long. We at one point, Tasha had a cigarette, weed brownie, and a PBR in her hand.
Yeah, they took
You know,
a picture of
like
me
as
sitting
we're
on the
like,
bench.
we're on a break. We're on a break from this interview, you know, and yeah.
Which one?
Yeah. But we didn't take notes. We didn't care. We played. I took an acoustic. We played some songs. That was about it, you know. Yeah. What a fun time.
It
you know?
was fun.
Yeah. That's what these shows are mostly supposed to be, right? It's like that, like a fun experience
Oh,
where
absolutely.
where we get to know the local people.
Right.
you
Yeah,
know?
just because it's all pretty in here,
Yeah.
don't mean you can't have a
Right.
good time.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the wine
it's,
rack.
it's like
That's-
jazz.
It's so different, you know. A couple weeks ago, we were in
bring
the
a
one with
little
all the
flavor to
dildos
it.
and dicks and everything all
That's
over the
in, yeah,
walls. No
and
joke.
DDS, yeah. Which is our sister station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can show you the studio after this. It's right
I would like
here.
to-
Yes.
yeah, I'd like to
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah. It's pretty
I
cool.
can't believe
yeah.
you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
There's
no.
literally like a plug in the wall automated like fuck machine in that studio. I mean, it's a pretty intense studio.
It's dirty TV, y'all, and
Yeah,
it is part of our TV family.
We're gonna have
So
to start tuning in
Right.
more.
Yeah. Both stations are worth checking out. They're both, both.
and
worth
yeah, we got Wjzz TV now too. So Wjzz TV
Oh, nice.
recently launched the last couple weeks.
Oh,
There's
excellent.
a couple shows on there too, and then I'll also be helping out with a show called Wake and Bake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I be on that show?
Yeah, in my pajamas, liquid coffee, and then a joint.
Yeah.
Rollers in my hair, going, "This is what I do when I get up."
Morning, people.
Beautiful.
Good morning.
Yeah, but that's about all I got going on. I'm doing a lot of sound for your backyard boogie. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you asked me, do I want to start doing that? It kind of been pulling me that way.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I had the extra time, I'd rather be playing.
Right.
of course,
Oh,
but,
gotcha.
But I only have the weekends available for anything. So.
Right. Now, I wanted to ask about that too.
Hello?
No, I think
Okay.
it's yeah. We're good. I want to ask about that too. Usually, we talk to everybody about like what got you started into music.
Hello? Oh, it's
No, I
someone was on the phone. Sorry.
I was like, is there somebody else in here?
Yeah.
What got me started? Well, my first memory is my dad bought a drum set when I was a kid,
Oh,
and
beautiful.
but wouldn't let me touch it.
Oh,
So it was
right,
one of those things where it's
Psych!
like,
That's
yeah.
why I love
Yeah, so wouldn't let me touch it, and he decided he wanted to try to be a drummer, and decided he didn't want to be, and then gave that drum set to my cousin.
Oh.
So I harbored that in my
Yeah.
heart my entire life. Like,
Right.
It could have been mine.
Damn
Yeah, right.
bird, Yeah.
Right. But I don't think they wanted to listen to the noise.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It takes
With
a
a
it takes a
5-year-old
patient
banging
parent.
around.
It takes
Yes.
a patient parent. Yeah.
Especially for percussion or drums,
Yeah.
for sure.
Right.
So I didn't do anything. Actually, I learned how to play a little bit of piano on my own.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I was 27.
Yeah.
I was living in San Diego, California. I had some friends that were in a band.
You were in the Navy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were in the
For
Navy.
All
12
right.
years, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
for your.
yes.
I
Thank you
watch
for caring.
NCIS
Yeah.
every day. I can solve any crime.
right.
Not as good looking as Mark Harmon. But,
Oh, I don't know. He's fine.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
He's still
You're
sexy.
right.
You are. Yes.
Okay,
Still remember-
hot
I
flash
still
happy
remember
hour.
that sexiest man alive.
Hot
cover.
flash happy hour going on.
Hey, you guys need a little air conditioning.
We didn't
in
know-
You see, I brought my biggest fan.
Yeah.
there. I'd be your littlest fan.
I didn't even know if that shit happened still after menopause.
Mental pause. That is
Mental
the correct
pause.
way to say it.
Mental
Mental
pause. After mental pause.
So if I commit a murder, I can get off.
Right.
Insanity.
Yeah. I'm sorry, we interrupted. Okay, so
that's okay.
you were in California, 27 years old.
Yeah. So a friend of mine's band, Buckfast Super B,
Okay.
they were rehearsing. Drummer left, and they're like, "Hey, Dennis, sit behind the drums." So I did. I had you know that high you get when you're playing, and then you get done playing, and you're like, "Where was I?
Yep.
Yeah, very
Where was I?"
Oh yeah, I have many moments.
So that happened to me, and
cool.
I was in Guitar Center the next day.
Beautiful.
Whoa.
So that red set that I have, that's my very first drum set.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where it started.
Yeah. How did you meet us? What brought you out to the jams and stuff? Because
So-
for people that don't know, we're friends with Dennis, and
Yeah.
I know you because you started coming to the jams.
Right.
But I don't know when that was or anything. I remember a lot of Harbor House.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
Lumberyard.
So I'm a transplant, a Michigan transplant, originally from Illinois,
Okay.
Kankakee, Illinois,
Right.
and
we take refugees. It's okay.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I love it here.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So where was it going?
Where we met,
Yeah.
what brought you out to the jams and
So
stuff?
you can blame Ken Murphy
Okay, yeah.
for
All right.
for me
Awesome,
loving
yeah.
the Detroit blues scene.
All
'Cause
right.
It was him. I went out. I can't remember exactly what the venue was,
Yeah.
but watching him play. I
Blue
was
Cat,
like-
right? Was it Blue
Blue
Cat?
Cat Band.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What a lineup,
Good
right?
job.
What
Oh my God,
Oh,
yes.
I know.
What a lineup, yeah. I used to cover Blue Cat when I was like 16 years old.
Really?
Like the guys I knew that music, and then so when I met Ken and all those guys, like I was like, holy shit, like
Al
they're-
Carmichael.
yeah, Billy Ferris. Yeah, I mean
Billy
it's a
Ferris.
lineup.
Billy
It's
Fair, all those guys.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Frankie Lee.
Frankie Lee, yeah.
And they're all
I mean it's a
so
hella
good.
lineup. I mean hella lineup. I mean
So yeah, I fell in love with Ken Murphy. Started following him around like a little puppy. He's
Ooh,
like,
Right on.
yeah, and you know,
bromance.
and it's the Detroit blues scene is like nothing. Because I've lived in Florida, California. I've lived all over, and the Detroit music scene is like no other. It's school.
Right.
You
It
know,
is.
yeah.
It is.
It is. And then for it to have a transplant say that just validates what we say all
Right.
the time. And
Well,
it's
there's a lot of people around
awesome.
that just like
Yeah.
only want to help each other, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it's very embracing, really. Nobody. Well, I mean, there's some people that are a little standoffish, but like most people are not. Most people want to
Yeah.
embrace people
Yeah.
and help them get better
Right.
and do better things.
Especially in the blues scene. I mean, look
Yeah.
at Kaya, what do you say his name? Shono. I mean, these guys from
and
Japan and China.
Kazoo. Yeah.
Kazoo.
Kaizu
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Shono. These guys
Yeah.
are from other
Yeah.
countries, and they come here to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
To learn it from the best, and take something back. Something special back.
Yeah, and I still talk to Shono on Facebook.
do
I do
Yeah.
too. Yesterday was his birthday. So.
Yep. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah,
I know
and
everyone's
it's just so
calling him-
cool, and then just
yeah.
hear them say, "Oh, I got everybody."
And I know everyone's
everybody
calling him
in my
Kazoo
country
now, but
listening
he
to.
did introduce himself to me originally as Kazuya. Like
Kazoo,
it's-
yeah, that's how it's on Facebook. Mhm.
And but a lot of people call him Kazoo now, which is like I think he's just kind of shortening to make
Yeah.
it easier
It
for
is.
people.
He is.
Like
Yeah,
show
and,
no, we call him Show No Mercy.
Show no mercy. Yeah.
He spent 5 minutes trying to teach me the correct way to say his name. And
Correct.
I still
Yeah,
can't do
yeah,
it.
yeah. He's like
Yeah.
Kazoo. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But he's playing great American drums.
Yeah.
Like he's
Right.
playing like great like American blues and
Right.
rock and roll drums. He's really doing a great job.
Right.
You know.
and
It's,
my point is
yeah.
they came here to do that.
Yeah.
Right,
To
yeah.
learn that and hone their
Absolutely.
skills and that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what does that say about
Yeah.
us? We're fucking awesome.
It's a community, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. Really is a community. When they
Yeah.
say blues community, it is.
Yeah.
When I had cancer in 2016, I had people calling me. He's like, "Hey, if you want me to play at your, benefit or whatever,"
yeah.
everyone was hitting me up left and right, and that's family.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
Right.
It
Yes.
is.
What brought you down to the Harbor House from Ken Murphy and those guys? Because
Oh.
those guys play
Yeah,
out
what
of
was your
town usually a little
transition?
bit.
So
like what? you
Ken
know?
used
the
to
local,
host a lot.
local.
He used to host, but then
Yeah.
I started learning about the open jams, and I met
Yeah.
Eric,
Okay.
The
Noble,
master.
and Dave
Yeah.
Watson.
Mhm.
The whole circuit. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
love my Misty.
Yeah.
I went to
Yeah.
school as much as I could.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
If there was a jam, I tried to show up, and I would like to thank you guys for
Oh, of course.
for
Yeah.
all you've done for me.
Shit, I was
over
Absolutely.
the years.
just at Nancy Whiskey yesterday with some of my coworkers from my day job, and I was actually explaining to them that, like, man, when I first started coming out, it was Johnny Rhodes bringing me to this bar, and to the jams, and like at first I didn't want to play because it's J-Bone and all these
Right.
fucking monsters,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Then he can't help
Yeah,
himself.
but Johnny was like, you can't do that. You can't be the dude with like your tail between your legs. Just
Right.
do what you can do and keep learning, keep
Yeah.
getting better, and everybody will embrace it.
Yep.
And it was the truth. It really was. The first night I actually played. J-Bone walks in while I'm playing and singing a tune. I'm like, oh my god, that's that guy, right? He's so
How
good.
intimidating
You were
can that
16?
be? It's like, oh my god.
How old were you?
Yeah. Oh no, this is like I was like late 20s probably.
Okay.
This is like 10, 11 years ago. I haven't been around long. I played in bars since I was 15, but I didn't know the actual like scene people.
Right.
And so but then within like 10 minutes of actually meeting him and all that, we're in his Tahoe at the time. He had this big old beat to shit Tahoe, and we're smoking a joint in his Tahoe. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's how like the scene is just so
I
cool.
think that's
and-
our general bonding thing.
Right,
that we do.
right,
Once we
right.
find out you smoke weed, it's like, man,
right, yeah,
you're my
yeah.
bro.
Right, yeah. Like we can talk all night long as
Yeah.
soon as we finish this
Right.
joint,
Everything
right?
we play, we end up becoming the parking lot band.
Right.
I'm
Brothers
great.
and sisters.
right.
But I do have to give that name to Misty Love because
Mm-hmm.
when she did her, she used to call Phil Hill and all them the parking lot bang. As soon as they went on break, it's like a beeline to the parking
Oh
lot
right, yeah.
to smoke
absolutely.
weed.
right. Make that next set feel good.
At least.
right. Yeah.
So we play inside and out all the time.
I was just talking with somebody last night about like somebody was talking about drinking and playing gigs. And I said,
It depends.
I said it can be really, really fun. I said, but it's a slippery slope because like a couple does sort of loosen you up and make you sort of go into the
Right.
music more cool. I said, but there's some point that you have to learn that like, oh, it's too many, and I think I sound good now, but I don't. But I don't anymore. There's a fine line there, you know.
Right, the
And I
drunk
was
girl
like,
dancing thing.
Yeah, and I was like,
Jamming.
so usually, you know,
You're
like,
following
you know,
things.
a little bit of weed and a few drinks is like a okay mix.
Yeah,
for, you know.
yeah, and then the big important gigs we don't do that. So
Right. Yeah. Like during the set, right? But you can't do anything before, right? I mean,
Yeah.
You can have a drink during your set, you know, just
Yeah.
for appearances, I guess.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
But-
because we never drink at the casino.
No.
Something in my
Oh, you got something in your
eyes.
eye?
Yeah,
You got something in your
never
eye?
drink.
We're under
at
contract
the
to not
casino.
drink
It was-
during
yeah,
that.
'cause
because
Drinking
we had to
water.
sign
You-
that.
water.
yeah, you could never catch us at the bar just one floor below.
No, not that
Like-
place.
It's Gatorade.
It's,
Right, yeah.
tastes better
Yeah.
down there. It's colder.
That's a great gig. You know what's funny about that, right? I mean, God love Mark Watson.
Yes, I do.
One of my first gigs, like Ray Goodman was a guitar player on this casino gig at first, and then he moved. So then Tasha asked me to start doing this, and one of our first gigs there with me, like I'm brand new to this, and Mark Watson shows up. I love him to death. I mean, he's from like he lived in Hawaii, right?
Yes.
And he shows up, and he's wearing
Such a
fucking
beach bum. I love him.
he's wearing fucking flip flops to a casino gig,
Right.
right? Like they had a talk with Tasha after, like
Yeah,
this
they
isn't a
got this
fucking
long
beach
email
party. Like
on
this is
the dress code.
yeah, like-
At the casino. I go, Mark. Usually I can tell what band they're talking about, especially when they're talking about bands drinking. Well, it ain't us. We never get in trouble.
right, yeah.
So it must be that big band.
Right. You know.
He's like, what are you talking about?
It's
These
the
are my
one with the
dress
15
flip-flops.
pieces and the horns in that. It's not us. But when the
Yeah.
flip flop email came, I'm like, I can't even.
Yeah, you
I
can't
even cover
hide that. You know, you can't hide it.
Take note, Chevy.
Yeah, all
I'm
right.
like, I think it's cool as fuck. I
Me
think
too, me
he should
too,
wear
yeah.
flip flops every time he plays with me.
Yeah, I think it's funny because really, like on festivals and stuff,
Yeah.
he could. Like
Yeah.
nobody
Oh,
would
yeah.
say shit to him. It's
course.
it's like that's almost like a corporate gig you're
Mm-hmm.
doing. You know, I think in a bit of rebellion after that. I believe I don't know if this is true. He could probably vouch for this, but like I'm pretty sure he only wore shoes with no socks after
yes.
that. Then right, so he's wearing like dress slacks and shit, but no socks.
He
even.
says his ankles hanging
Yeah,
out,
right.
right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a style now, though.
Yeah, right,
Now
yeah.
it's a style.
Yeah. Oh God, I love him. I love
Oh
the
my
dude.
God, yeah, awesome. Mark, if you're watching, we love you. You make for awesome memories.
Yeah.
And that's why you're watching the Hot Flash Happy Hour
Boom.
on Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And you can like us or watch us streaming live every week from 7 to 8. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, live, Twitch, and we want you any social media outlet out there that will pop up with this name of the show, right?
Yeah.
Or Wjzz Cool TV. Check it out, y'all. Share, comment, subscribe, follow, gossip, whatever you want to do. Talk shit about us, but do it online so people watch.
Right. Absolutely.
So yeah. I'm doing that a little bit better now, like trying to sound like a commercial.
No,
You're
Jay-Z.
you're rolling through it really, really well.
Yeah.
All the
I was
time,
actually
yeah.
admiring you. I was like, that's very good.
We've got to get this in because I couldn't do this.
Okay.
I always just like to play music and we listen to it and we can the mics say live and you can talk about it
Right.
whatever. It's fine. I just want to tell this quick story about like the point of the show, right, is to like preserve all these stories, right?
Yes.
Like to
Right,
document
right.
these stories,
Yeah.
right? I just want to get this one out. So John Watkins, that we all know and love around town,
Right.
he told me a story about he had some time playing with James Cotton, and he actually, I didn't know this until I played with him, and I think it's an important story to share. He took over for Matt Guitar Murphy when Matt Guitar Murphy got called for the Blues Brothers,
No,
no
crap.
right?
Right.
Yes, and so that's when John Watkins took over for him. You know,
Nice.
I asked him some stories about like some of my blues heroes around Chicago that were
Right.
like died like they're in no name graves and shit. They died like
Right.
that, but I
Crazy.
know who they are just because like I really like their guitar and they did work on certain albums, whatever. He turned out to be like really great friends with these people.
Isn't that
right?
amazing?
So,
Yeah. And so I just want to share with
All right.
everybody today. Luther Tucker
Let's
was
pay- let's
one of
pay
these guys
homage.
that died kind of name, in an unmarked grave and everything else. But he's a bad
Let's
mofo.
give him some love. Absolutely.
And-
Let's give him some love for sure.
Oh, Vito, can we get some music in here?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try.
We'll
We'll try
work on
start
that.
over. Yeah.
But in the meantime, too,
yeah.
I experienced something really. It's kind of bittersweet. As we had a funeral, my wonderful dear friend, Mr. Robert Gordy Jr.
Oh,
was
yes.
Barry
I saw
Gordy's
this.
nephew, and we got to be good friends in the last few years. Pete finally made trips back and forth to Detroit, and he got me, VIP tickets to this Motown 60 and all that stuff. So
Right,
we were
yeah.
really, really good friends. And a lot of you know Sherry Gordy's my first cousin, his daughter, but I'm not related to Barry. So that's the whole story. Sherry Gordy, his daughter, is my first cousin.
Gotcha.
So this is how I got to meet everybody, and they just welcomed me with open arms and that. So he passed away, unexpectedly recently. So we buried him. He brought his body home here to Detroit and buried him. And the good thing was, it was great. So we were looking on the big jumbotron, and everybody from around the world in LA and Vegas were on the Zoom for the funeral. It
yeah.
was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see, okay, we got a special guest, Stevie Wonder, man. Stevie Wonder.
yeah.
It just gave me
Was it
chills.
Zoom?
I got
Yeah.
chills,
Yeah, as on this, I've got goosebumps right now.
Right, yeah.
He did a special announcement to Robert and sang and played the piano for us, and then we were trying to get Barry Gordy, but his voice wouldn't come through. But I did get to see my cousin Sherry and everybody there, and it was just a wonderful experience, and just to be just even that little part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the legacy, and to be just involved intimately on that little piece, this last few years. I mean, my cousin's been my cousin since we were all born,
Right. Yeah.
but just and then the last time we interacted with all that was when Barry was here, and I was 2 years old. So you know what I mean. I don't have a whole lot of memories. My brother will, not me.
Right.
But it was a beautiful thing that the send off, and it was really, really awesome. So I just wanted to say rest in peace, my friend, Mr. Gordy.
Yeah.
Rest in
And
peace.
and I saw the whole Gordy compound, what do you call it, mausoleum, so to speak,
Oh,
at
okay.
Woodlawn Cemetery. So
Bet
that
you
was
that's beautiful.
just again, it was just a spiritual experience, just to.
That whole
sit there in
cemetery
front of
is a
it.
beautiful cemetery. Isn't
Oh
it?
yeah,
Right?
yeah. My grandparents are buried there. Rosa
Yeah.
Parks, everybody's
yes.
there. So, gosh, so yeah, I just want to say it was a bittersweet kind of experience because I sad to see my friend go, but it was beautiful the way they sent him off. So
That's always what you can hope
yeah,
for, right?
yeah,
Like that's
absolutely,
it.
absolutely. So
I just saw a memory came up on Facebook today of Terry Thunder
I
Oh, yeah, I
know.
saw
and
that.
our
I saw that.
our
Jane
gig.
posted
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Thank you, Jane.
Yes.
Yes, brother
and
Terry.
his last gig, his last gig with us at Pub Froggy there, right? And like,
And that was a Pub
Yes.
Froggy picture of him playing with us.
yeah, it's amazing how like people are only here for so long,
Amen.
and one silver lining out of the pandemic, right, is that like I think people really realized like to appreciate the scene and everything
Right.
again, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you go to gigs now
Yeah.
and they're packed.
Yeah.
They're packed. Like
Oh, yeah.
people were like,
You're missing
holy
it.
shit! After that year, you're
Yeah.
like, man, we needed this. This
Yeah.
is we forgot it for a while, but this is what's keeping us from going insane, right?
Yeah.
Like is like going out, socializing, having having live entertainment. You know what I mean? It really keeps people level.
The energy too. The energy is great.
Yes, yeah. The whole scene of people just oh man, as soon as it kind of opened back up, just hugging people again that you hadn't seen in a long time and everything like that. It was like
and that's another incentive for all of us to step up our game too. It's like people really starving for it, so give them your best.
Right, yeah.
Your absolute best right now.
Yeah. This couldn't have been, unfortunately it's true, but it couldn't have been more perfect timing with what we want to do with your show, right? To like rework your show, right? Because like why not rework this now and give like, man, everybody's sort of like dying to see it, so like why not give them all new tunes,
right?
Like why not actually give them something that they really are gonna fucking
put some polish on it,
go
make
crazy
it look pretty.
for.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, yeah,
absolutely.
When's the first show?
At the Token, July 18th.
July 18th.
That Sunday
the first.
is,
The first one.
That's the first one we're doing as the new show.
Seriously, Christy, buy us tickets now.
We got a wedding the day before.
VIP.
Yeah, we have a wedding, so we actually kind of have
you guys are getting married? That's great.
Yeah.
I said last time I was here I was going to marry him and his wife at their wedding. So it's going to be like a 3 kind of thing wedding.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Are you doing the services?
No.
I'm
Nobody
gullible.
did
I'm
rope
totally
me into
gullible.
singing.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
He did rope me into
it's my
singing.
wedding. It's gonna be a small thing, but like Tasha's gonna be a guest, so there happens to be 4 or 5 really pretty decent musicians that are gonna be there. So I was like, well, you guys should probably just like bring your.
They're
shit
not
and play
going
a
to show
set.
up now. You said pretty decent, really, Jimmy?
Yeah. Well,
awesome musicians.
pretty decent, like I'm pretty sure like right now like the wedding band is going to be like Tasha, J-Bone, Abraham, and my buddy Porter on drums.
Oh yeah,
like it's decent.
They might learn how to play their instruments by the
decent,
time the wedding gets here.
I'm pretty sure they
practice.
I'm pretty sure they could each figure out like 4 songs that they wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like
at least 4.
Yes, yeah.
We are being so sarcastic, y'all.
Right,
These guys are the best.
It's like all-star. It's an all-star lineup, And I told them graciously, I said, well, you don't have to bring me a present if you just play.
Right.
Just play
and
a
that's the best thing to tell to a musician.
And that's your present to me. It's like
it's a good trade-off.
Yeah, like you don't have to bring me shit. Just play some tunes for me and make my wedding exciting. You know what I mean? Like and it'll probably be that way. It's really funny. My father-in-law, it's on his property. He owns 90 acres, right?
Wow.
And so it's on his property and. At first, he's like, "Well, what time do you expect this to be done?" And it's like it starts at like 4.
Next day?
No, well, it starts at like 4.
About 6 a.m.
So at first, I'm at like maybe like 10, and he goes, "Well, I thought at least 11 or 12, like at least 11 or midnight." I'm like, "Okay, sure, we can run with that." Well, now all of a sudden, my fiance's family are asking like my fiance, like, "Man, he's got like 90 acres. Can we just like camp out?"
Yeah, that would be so dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sure they won't care. You know what I mean? Like,
that much land that you wouldn't even see them.
Right. No. Yeah. And there's gonna be like one of those. I don't know if those usually have showers. Remember like when we did the D drop downtown? They had those fancy ass porta potties.
The heated
like
ones
the
with the sinks and all that stuff.
The trailer porta potties that look like a really nice like 5-star bathroom almost. They're gonna have those there, and so like. People will have facilities all throughout the night and everything if they want to camp.
Oh, and I'm sure they have showers. Some of those have showers.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I think even some have showers. Whatever people want to do, so be it. So. Let me give out the address real quick. Oh no, just kidding.
It's 90 acres. Got plenty of room.
Right. Yeah, like no.
We're gonna turn it into the new Heat Star.
Right? No. Yeah, we can't. It's funny when we we couldn't open it up huge, and so like it's not gonna be enormous, but it'll be a party. But
look at his face. He was like, oh, it's gonna be a real
This
party.
is his. Oh yeah, it's gonna be enormous. Look, like no, it's not gonna be.
They had a max amount of room that we could have because they actually had to cut down trees to have our tent on this property, right?
Okay.
And so they did that. They cleared this land. They had to get permission because it's protected woods.
So they own the land, but they have to get it.
Yes,
yeah,
it's
not
protected.
the mineral rights.
Yeah, it's protected by like like the township or whatever. That it's because like the back of their property line is like it's almost like a river. It's called a creek, but it's big. It's like 30-40 feet wide. It's a big creek. A river. Yes, yeah. And so it's all protected by the county or whatever township. I don't know. So they had to get permission to clear the spot. They're gonna end up putting a pole barn up there anyway. But they ended up clearing it. They ended up clearing it. Yeah, right. They ended up clearing it for the wedding, So, but we only had so much space, That
pole will travel.
There's Tasha bringing it right back to dirty.
Right back to Right back to WDDS Dirty
I know,
TV.
I know. Gotta get it out my system. Gotta get it out my system. Gotta get it out my system.
We're on WJZZ
I
now,
know.
lady.
I gotta be smooth now, smooth
Oh,
and things.
Has to be sophisticated.
I gotta slide now. I mean, oh no, but it's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, we'll have a ball there. It'll
So
be nice.
Dennis, now we want some feedback on how you feel about working with us and doing all this stuff. What are your feelings about your experiences doing the sound and the responses you get? Are you getting respect from the people that you do sound for?
Absolutely.
Other than us, we know we respect
Well, there,
you, but-
you and
but
Smoke are
because
the
we want
only
to tell
two.
people out there when
Yeah.
you're working with a sound guy how to treat them,
Yeah.
and then how to and the respect you're going to get back, because
Yeah.
all we do a lot of times when our egos get high is complain.
I'll give you a good.
So I
Yeah.
want to know how you handle that, and how you pre-handle it by preventing it from happening.
Right. So, I started playing music before I really did sound for music. You know, I used to DJ in clubs. I even DJ'd in Gentlemen's Club
Nice.
for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a great
Yeah.
See,
job!
the poll
That's
keep coming
everybody's
back.
dream job. Are you
The poll
kidding
keep
me?
coming back, yo.
Wait a second, Dennis. We got what do we got? 20 more minutes. We got to talk about that for a while. Wait, continue your story, but I want to circle back.
Right. Okay. And then so me getting into sound was really just me trying to make the bands that I played in sound better.
Right.
You know, and being able to control what we have as, for equipment
Yeah.
and how to run it. And then I'm a kind of a tech head, so it's your fault.
Oh shit!
Part of your
I
fault.
did something else.
It was part of your fault. So remember when I did sound for you and Ray?
Yeah.
Over at Cashew Cafe.
Yeah.
So I did sound. They had the board that I have now, the QSC Touch Mix 8.
That's right,
Yeah.
and you didn't know. Yeah.
It's all
They didn't
digital.
know how to use it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't know how to use it.
They didn't
Right.
know how, or the person that was there didn't know how, and he stepped. And Rachel,
Brand new.
we were just talking about that 2 days ago.
Right.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
though.
Really?
Tell the story though. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you wanted me to run sound for you and Ray and for your show, and so I went there a day early, see what they had, because they had the full setup, brand new.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man.
I didn't know
So-
how to use that.
In the candy store.
Yeah.
He was in
Yeah.
the candy store.
So I went home, cracked open the manual, and I
Yeah.
read it, and then I ran sound for you that night.
Yep.
And I fell in love with that board, man. That thing
Yeah.
is like, ugh, love
Yeah.
it. So anyway, so I went out and bought one. You know,
See, like that. Another
Right.
another
How cool is that?
wonderful.
I couldn't even figure out how to
Career
turn that thing on. Like one
that
time
I had
I played
help
there.
with.
Yeah.
Smoke Jones, you,
Yeah.
Brendan.
Yeah. One time I played there,
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't know
right.
how to turn it on. I mean, that's
yeah,
incredible.
I would walk by. And
I mean,
go,
those
"Hell
buttons
no,
that
I'm
it turn on the
touching shit."
fucking overhead lights and shit. I'm like,
Right,
oh,
right.
this doesn't do it. Like, I didn't know what the fuck I was
At this
doing when I was
point,
there.
if Alexa can't do it, fuck
Right,
everything.
yeah.
right, Alexa, turn on the music board.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's that is a huge important part, like
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier, of these gigs, is that
Right.
like say on our gigs where if I'm bringing shit,
Right.
like I can't control it and everything else, right? Like I
Right.
mean, it's really important to have, like
Yeah.
for a lot of 4-piece bands, it really should be their 5th member of the
Right.
band.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, because it helps them sound the way that they should sound.
It's great advice.
Absolutely.
So try to budget for that.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
if you
That
really want to
is-
sound great. I mean, if you want to go to Corner Bar and just have fun with your friends, man, do
Yeah,
what
so
you're
be it.
doing.
Yeah. Me and Tasha
Music
played
is something to express your artisans or express yourself about. If you're having fun with doing that, have fun doing it.
Right, yes,
Nobody's going to
yeah.
judge you. But if you want to go that step further, this is some advice you want to take to mind.
That's
Absolutely.
it's very, very true, because like we've had our gigs where we've had like one speaker gigs, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
one
yeah.
PA speaker or whatever, right? Or one powered speaker directly in,
Right,
right?
right.
A mic directly
Mic
into a
right in.
powered speaker.
Well, I
right?
sound just as so.
Yeah, I just sound
You got
like
that
I already
30
sound
effects.
like, you know.
Like I'm in a bar.
Right, yeah.
Got the 40 sound.
Right.
But if people have the money for it on their gigs, it's worth the money to
It's
get somebody.
absolutely-
Yeah.
You know,
it is.
like it helps a ton.
So
you know?
if you're worrying about what kind of investment you need to do, then put that in mind. You need the whole team.
I know
Start with sound and then
And
start adding your keys.
I know I can have much better
As you
gigs too if I'm not worried about the PA, right? If I
Right.
don't have to bring it and
Right.
do all that stuff,
Yeah.
I can actually focus on like, hey guys, we're gonna do this break in this song. It's different than we've done before,
Right.
but like kind of have things kind of more architected throughout the set. I can worry more about that stuff if I'm not worried
Right.
about like, oh, I gotta hoof this thing, like
Right,
that.
right.
You know, like,
See, that's the thing though, because
Yeah.
I was drumming and doing sound too.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
Hands was playing, so
and
that's-
we've done it.
Yeah.
We still do it.
Yeah.
And the reason I said that is because the ideal situation is that shouldn't be.
Right. Yes.
That is the ideal.
Yeah.
I was not saying, not talking bad about anybody,
Yeah.
because I still do it. We
Yeah,
still do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You do it. You know,
Yeah.
and many,
Yeah.
a ton of the bands out there that are really fucking
and
awesome
it is a call, and
run their own sound.
Yeah.
But the ideal situation
Yeah,
is
for sure.
not to. So
Yeah.
while you're putting your new songs or working your grind or your plan, I think that should be up on the priority list to say, hey, I need to wipe this out.
Yeah.
And make, like you said, like Jimmy, make it the 5th band member
yeah,
and work on my sound, work on my music, and let them do what they do.
right, yeah.
You know, so and this is why I was really happy that you're on the show, because you know, having that feedback, you being on both sides of the coin, both
Yeah.
sides of the fence, and you know, just validating some of these thoughts in that, and then interpreting your own.
I think
as well.
I think all of us would agree too that like most of the bars around here,
Right.
some of them are doing it, but some are still reluctant.
Right.
But
Right.
even have a house system,
Right.
House system would be best.
right? Like
Yes.
like, and you can have somebody come in like and still
Right.
just run it. You know, like that'd be great, right? Like in some places, like I said, some places are, and some places still aren't, you know,
Right.
and like,
Right.
and at the very least, like it's an important thing to
And
not
on your
make
taxes, businesses, it's a fixed asset, not a
Right.
current
Right.
asset. So you get credit for
Yeah,
having
right.
that system every
Yeah.
freaking time you do your taxes.
Right,
It's
yeah.
not just for the year. So
Right,
even you
yeah.
got bands
The
all year
maintenance
round,
on that and everything
and you're
else,
getting money
yeah.
back because you have that equipment. So
Yeah.
listen,
Right, no,
And
it's true.
it makes the show a lot better.
a
Yeah.
lot better,
A lot
a lot better. So again, you're watching that Hot Flash Happy Hour on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, and you can watch us streaming live every week from 7 to 8 p.m. on Thursday on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter Live, and Twitch. So we want you to like, share, comment, and gossip, tell everybody about it, and all that good stuff. So, and call in too sometimes if you want to call in.
Yeah.
Our number here is 313-355-6018. A little late in the show today, but just giving you the number, write it down, put it in your contacts, and come on back.
We
I'm
did,
scared now.
you know, when you weren't here last week, we had a bunch of callers. No joke, it was all fucking pranks. It was all prank callers. It was funny as shit.
Oh, really? When I wasn't here?
Yeah, they interrupted like the whole show. I was like,
What were they saying?
like they just all this stupid crazy shit, and I turned to our guest and I was like,
Could it have been the control room?
maybe. I don't know though.
I'm
messing
banking
with
on
you.
the
I don't
control
know,
room.
I know there
banking
was
on-
like, I did see in like a main general area here last week. Somebody that would maybe have done that was wearing like one of those weed gas masks.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could have. That is a possibility.
Definitely could
That-
have prompted
Well,
that.
I know what I'm
that's-
doing next show.
Right, yeah. I
You're
turned to our,
coming in drag, right?
Yeah.
I come in and drag and make a prank call.
I turned to our guest and I was like, Coco Butterfly. She's a great.
Hell yeah.
She's a great singer.
Didn't I tell
we
you
talked
you
about
love
Will.
her?
I love her so
I
much.
knew you would love her.
I've been listening to Will Sessions every day now because like I never really did. Like there's these different
Oh, he's
avenues
awesome.
in Detroit music that he's like you know, it's a big name and
He's a big name.
and her songs are killer with him. Like
Yes.
they're great and I
She's
never knew
amazing.
about it because it's more of the funk vein instead of our
Right.
blues vein,
Right.
right? And
But see, I'm
like,
the gap. I'm
yeah,
like
yeah,
the bridge,
show,
the bridge to
yeah,
the
the
gap.
Bridge.
the show definitely helps with that.
Right.
You know, it definitely helps like kind of bridge all those pieces. You know, but I turned to her last week when we were getting all these prank calls. I was like, "Do you have a bunch of fucking enemies, or what is going on? Like, what is
Stalkers.
like?" Because it kept like I was trying to interview her. We're having some technical difficulties. I'm trying to do all this shit, you know, and we keep having prank calls. I'm like, God
Prank
damn
calls
it.
rock. Prank calls
yeah.
I'm like, okay, so what size is your penis?
Right. Yeah.
You don't wanna
You
know.
have nipples on your butt because you didn't get the vaccine, did you?
That's funny. That's a trip. Yeah, that's funny. I guess some of my I feel so bad about this. I guess some of my family, two brothers, like in their 50s, right now in my family are fighting about like vaccine, right? And
Oh, here we go.
I hate that that's happening because like
Yeah, but let it happen.
I
Just
know,
let it- let
and
it
they'll,
happen
they'll
and
end
let
up
it go.
working it out, but things were getting nasty where a different one of their siblings like chimed in, and like the one that was pro-vaccine, who is a pharmacist, started calling him just like a fucking pill counter and all this shit. Like,
Oh my God.
he does all
Oh,
this-
well, looks
look,
like
we
we
have a
got
call.
somebody.
Oh, that's my sister, I think.
Hi.
Really?
It might be.
Hey.
Hello, you're on Hot Flash Happy Hour on WJZZ Cool TV. What's your name and what would you like to talk about?
Hi there. My name is Debbie. I'm from Tennessee. I have a question for Dennis.
Yeah.
Yes,
hear-
Debbie from
we
Tennessee.
hear you're related.
Can't prove it. Can't prove it.
Did he tell you I was going to call?
I did.
He sent us the
Excellent.
DNA sample, Debbie.
What's your question for Dennis?
Well, I was actually going to ask him if he had any talented siblings, but since the joke is already out there,
Well, I don't know. Well,
you know, he
talk-
seems like a really cool guy. Does he have any cool siblings or?
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
like Debbie?
yeah.
All
Yeah, I
right.
have one sister. She's pretty cool.
She lives in Tennessee, I hear.
She lives in
I hear
Tennessee.
it.
Right?
That she rocks.
Debbie,
man.
what do you do? Wait, I want to hear what Debbie does.
Oh.
It's
Then don't say
boring.
Dallas.
It's nothing like anything like he does. I'm a medical transcriptionist.
Oh,
All right.
cool. Right on. I work at a hospital during the day myself.
And
yeah.
I used to, so
Oh, okay.
I understand that.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you guys know what it is then. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, she knows really big words.
Right,
Well-
right, yeah, yes, yeah. Of course, you know a lot of Latin. You know, there's a lot of Latin,
Lot of Latin.
in
And
medical.
she can
Yeah,
spell it
a lot of
fast.
Latin.
Right,
Well, I
right.
just wanted to crash the party. I love you, Skip, or Dennis.
Oh, there's
Skip?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
See?
The
Cat's out of the bag now.
Skip. I like
That's
that.
what happens
We
when
like you,
sisters
Debbie.
call
Hi,
in.
and I'm proud of you, and I love you very much.
That's
I
awesome.
love you too,
Debbie.
Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie, for calling.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks, Debbie. We're
So,
gonna call you
Skip-
Skip forever. Yeah, I mean, Skip
That's
is it. Skip
That's
is
it. I will answer.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. That's
Yep.
that was your family name
Yeah.
growing up. I'm guessing.
It was.
Right?
So my dad's name is also Dennis.
Okay, yeah.
So
You
growing
need a
up being a little
different
shithead,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
Skip.
my mom would go Dennis, and my dad would go what?
Right.
You know, so they got tired of doing that. So
That'd
my
be-
great grandfather was a master electrician in a Navy Yard,
Nice.
and they called him Skipper. 'Cause
Nice.
He was the leader,
Gotcha.
the foreman. So his name was Skipper. So they nicknamed me after him.
Nice.
The Skip.
Nice.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Warren Slim. It's Warren Slim.
No, it's Skip. It's Skip.
It's Skip now.
It's Skip. It's Skip. I know. Warren Slim to Skip is like, oh man, no, I want to keep Warren Slim, but now it's Skip. Unfortunately, like you know.
That is Skip
Yeah.
Sykes.
Skip Sykes.
Yeah, I like that. You know, like, just don't skip
Why
the
is he
one.
skipping Sykes
Right,
Just
and
don't skip the
motorcycles?
one, and you'll like you know like then
Right.
then the gigs keep coming, right?
Thanks for calling in, Debbie. I love you.
That's
Yay! Thanks for giving us ammunition.
Yeah,
She gave you a good one too.
A good one.
that's awesome. I'm glad
But
to hear
she's
that.
right. Tell us about your talented sister and your talented children, Danae, for sure.
Oh, I got 5 children.
I've heard her. I don't know if I heard the rest. I met them all,
Two after.
but I think Danae's the only one I've heard actually sing, and she's got beautiful, beautiful.
She does. She does.
My
She-
goodness. And I'll be on her. I'm like, girl,
I
come
know.
on out. She's
I-
like,
you keep that
I ain't
up.
even trying to do
Right.
that.
Keep that up.
I'm not trying. I'm like, whatever, girl.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
She
Keep
could
that.
sing.
You
yeah.
will
She
fall
can.
under my spell.
Right. I have the great touch.
Don't you know who I think I am?
Just don't let me rehearse with her. I got a real bad track record.
No.
Uh-oh.
It would have to be
Now I
someone
want to hear
else, yeah.
that story.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes,
like,
I
but if you
do.
ever, it's your daughter we're talking about. You don't want
Right.
that story. Like,
Yeah.
if you ever hear a girl singing "Sugar Coated Love" by Lazy Lester, you know that she's probably been at my place for rehearsals. Yeah, like,
At least
yeah.
a couple of two.
Danae, stay away from Jimmy Alter.
Stay away from Jimmy Alter. He has a warning sign on his forehead.
No, the things are life is different now, right? Like,
No, he's totally settled now. But,
Yeah, yeah. The
would've
old
been.
me. The old me. Yeah.
but hey, we're getting close to. So give me a couple of seconds. We got what?
We got 3
can't
minutes.
see.
Yeah,
I
we got
can't
3
see.
minutes. Tell us or tell these people, these folks, where to follow you and all that
Yeah.
stuff for any of your gigs. Are you guys still doing? Aren't you doing some? Are you doing something with like Jeremy and those guys? Soon, or no?
The Problem Guys? No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, you're not
Don
doing it?
Waddy's filling.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
The
Yeah.
books,
So
yeah.
Waddy's
yeah.
coming out.
Waddy, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
on.
I've been invited,
Yeah.
and I might bring some bongos.
Oh, cool.
Do it,
Yeah.
bro.
Right
So
on.
yeah, I'm not playing anywhere, unfortunately,
Yeah.
right now. I had to
Yeah.
take a break because of the day job. And my
Right, yeah.
hours are from 11 to 7 p.m., so
Yeah.
I don't want to be the late drummer.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
So I did the right thing.
It's a
and
good
told
choice, yeah,
everybody.
yeah. You like
Well,
like
you
we
know
just said,
what?
you have 5 kids, you have
Yeah.
a family, like
Yeah.
you've got to do that, you
Right.
know, like that's,
But what
yeah.
you're doing is
But
just amazing for all of us, and we definitely wanna give you all the praise in the world.
yeah. So give them love on the weekends and give them gigs and everything else too,
And
right?
come
It's
to the
like,
backyard
you know,
boogies when we're
yeah.
playing. Dennis is with us.
Yeah, and you are available on the weekends.
I am.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not out. I'm
Right.
just
Yeah. stagnant. I'm just laying
Taking a
low
hiatus.
Right, yeah.
until you figure out what direction you
Yeah.
want to go, and that's just how we all are.
Yeah.
So this is the time to get doing, and that's why we're putting you out there and what you're doing now and all your other talents, so that everybody else can reach out.
You know, it's funny, right? Like, I just saw these beautiful pictures Jane Cassisi posted, right?
Yes.
And I commented to her about, like, all after these years, you've just gotten so much better from when you came out, right?
Right.
And you're another person that's like that in both drums and your sound,
yeah.
right? Like,
So-
I mean, like you've had a
you're growing with us.
You're two faceted in like all the improvements that you've had from when we first met you, I think, to now.
Right.
You know,
Had
and
great teachers.
Oh
Yay!
yeah, but that's like that. You have to have like even my guitar teacher, right? Like you have to have willing participants
Right.
anyway,
Right,
right? That
right.
actually care to even have their ears open to advice or just listening to what's going on.
Yeah.
Of like
That's my
what
favorite.
Yes, yeah. What
One
are
of
these
my
people
favorite things.
doing that
Yeah.
I'm not doing? What can I add to make myself better?
And then you find
whatever.
your own flavor doing that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then you get in a group of great people. And I think that's how it makes it happen. And on that note, we want to say thank you guys so much for watching Hot Flash Happy Hour. We will be back next week from 7 to 8 right here Thursday on Wjzz Cool TV. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, a safe weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the wonderful fathers out there. And happy Father's Day to all the motherfucking fathers that got to pay child support and get that money to them babies. Get the
Right,
money to
right.
the
Send
babies.
that money.
Send that money.
Yeah.
Everybody else, enjoy yourself. Bye.
Thanks, guys.